No, because, well,
If you're watching this video, it's probably because you have a Motif 8 and you've got some keys that are sticking, or a key that's sticking. I thought I would put together a quick video here to show you how to replace a key on your Motif 8. Basically, if you have a key like this one that's not going up like it should, and you can see it's off center a little bit, that's a good indication that you need to replace one of your keys on your Motif 8. And that's typically because the key has broken inside, and I'm going to show you here quickly in a few minutes how to change the key on your Yamaha Motif 8. First thing you want to do is stand it up on its side and remove the screws from the bottom, and we'll show you how to do that. So I've got it flipped up here on its side, and the side panels here, you don't have to take these off. You don't have to remove the screws on the end. All of the screws that you have to remove are on the bottom of the keyboard, and basically every screw all the way across the top up here has to be removed. Any place where you see a screw on the bottom, even this metal plate, you have to remove all of the screws. It's quite a few screws that have to come out. I've got two last screws that are in here, and we're going to take those out. I got these last two screws on the end. We got to take those out, and then we'll lay it flat, and then I'll show you how to open that up. So once you have all of the screws out of the bottom, then what you can do is have one person on one end and you on this end, or you just lift it up carefully and the whole top of the keyboard will open up. Now it has hinges back here, so if you've got the keyboard on a flat table, you can open it up and then get to the key that you need to replace. Now, the key that's broken, you can just take on a Motif 8, if you come back to the back and just give a little bit of a push on the key, like so, your bad key will pop up. Now, what happens though is when you try to push it this way, it's hitting up against the front here, and you can't open it, you can't take it out because it's pushing up against this back plate. So what you need to do is along the back there's screw holes in the back, and those screws have to come out, and I've taken out all of these screws already except a couple of these. But you take out all of these screws here, and then you can move the keyboard up a little bit, which I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so I've removed all of the screws that are holding it down to the bottom here. You remove all of these screws, and then once you have those screws removed, then carefully, very carefully, you want to be very careful because you have some wires connecting here, and you don't want to break those wires. You just want to very gently grab it here on the side and just move it up just enough that you can get to your key and get your key out. And so here's our broken key, and you can see now I can just take this key and pull it out. Now the problem with these keys is that they break on the ends, and so you'll see this key on the end here, this little piece broke off, and then it makes it so it sticks. And so now we've got our key removed, and when you order a new key from Yamaha, it'll come in a package like this, and I'll show you what part numbers you need in just a little bit. So we'll go ahead and we'll take that out of the package. And it's very easy to replace the key. If you look down inside, there's a little white pin, and that goes inside of the space here on the keyboard. And so if you just, when you put it down in, just push down toward the bottom and just push it forward, and then so your key is up on this end. You just give it a gentle little push, and there you go. The key is all the way in, and you can see now it's back together, and the key is working great. And so the next thing you're going to do is just put the push the keys back again up against the metal part here, and you want to line up the holes along the back so you could put the screws back in here to hold. And you want to make sure that your little wires here aren't crimped or anything. You want to put in all the screws along here to hold in the keyboard. You'll close the lid down and stand it up on its back end, and put all the screws in the bottom, and you should be good to go. Okay, so we've got it put back together again, and all the screws are back in on the bottom. There's several screws that you have to take out of the bottom. I counted 35 screws that have to come out. All of these black ones have to come out, and the ones holding this plate on, I believe all of them have to come out too, because they hold the keyboard together so that it can't open up. The only two screws really that you don't have to take out are along the top up here, the ones that are kind of a brass color. All of the black ones, there's two of them up at the top that are brass colored, and those don't have to come out. You also don't have to take off the little rubber boots, and again, you do not have to take the sides off of the keyboard. Other than that, that's really all you have to do. If you're wondering where to get your new keys, I printed this out, and hopefully you can see it. You can go to Yamaha's website, and their website here is, hopefully you can read that, Yamaha 24x7.com. and then if you go to that website and you create a login, here's the different part numbers for the major keys, and once you get logged on, you can order the keys. And I ordered the keys directly from Yamaha. They were about $16 a piece, and they charge about $8 in shipping. So if you do that, you should be able to get it going. You can also call them at the phone number, and their phone number is here, and they do take credit cards. So if you give them a call, you can order your keys direct. They ship it UPS right to your door. And good luck. If anybody has any ideas about where to get replacement keys less expensive, any better way of getting the keys, go ahead and post in the comments. But here's the part numbers for the different keys. Alrighty, good luck and take care.